Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Anybody who knows me or has followed my blog or watched this channel for a while probably knows that one of my very favorite bands is Nine Inch Nails. I've been a huge fan from the very beginning, and it's hard to believe that I've been listening to Pretty Hate Machine for almost 30 years now. Now, over the course of 3 decades, more often than not, I've really enjoyed everything that Trent Reznor has released as Nine Inch Nails. I wasn't wild about Ghosts, but I think that was more him testing the waters for his film score work that would follow not long after. Otherwise, I've really liked all of the albums right up to and including his most recent full-length, 2013's Hesitation Marks. In 2016, Nine Inch Nails released the Not the Actual Events EP, a 5-track EP that would later be revealed as the first of a trilogy. The second volume, Add Violence, was released last summer, and the third was promised by the end of 2017. Well, here we are, 5 months into 2018, and we're finally getting word that the final chapter in the trilogy, Bad Witch, is scheduled for release on June 22nd. Although the band is saying this has evolved from an EP to a full-length album, I have to say that I find that definition a bit dubious. After all, there's only 6 songs on the track list, and the running time is only half an hour. In comparison, Add Violence had 5 songs and a running time of 27 minutes. If we look at the rest of the truly full-length Nine Inch Nails albums, and that includes 2 double albums, the shortest has been the 43-minute 2008 release, The Slip. Now that makes Bad Witch the shortest Nine Inch Nails album. It's 13 minutes shorter than The Slip, an album that the band gave away for free, by the way. But whether you call it an album or an EP, it's really the music that matters. And this week, the band shared the first song from Bad Witch, called God Break Down the Door. The very first sound you hear on this song is a bit of a surprise because it's an instrument that's nearly unheard of in the Nine Inch Nails catalog. Trent Reznor actually plays the saxophone on this track. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this is only the second time he's done that, with the first being the song While I'm Still Here on Hesitation Marks. The texture that the instrument provides, along with the propulsive beat, immediately made me think that the song sounded reminiscent of some of the music on David Bowie's Black Star album 2 years ago. Then, when the vocals kick in, I'm taken aback yet again. Trent Reznor is actually singing on this song. Now, what does that mean exactly? Doesn't he always sing? Well, if you ask him, the answer is apparently no. In his Beats One interview with Zane Lowe on Thursday, Trent actually makes the comment, "I didn't know I could sing." It's definitely different for him, more in the crooner style of Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco than in Trent's usual angsty howl. At first, I actually wondered if it was Atticus Ross on the vocals. Later in the track, we get some of Trent's typical whisper/spoken word vocals, bringing the song to a conclusion that feels more familiar. All of this is interesting, of course, or at the very least unusual, but interesting and unusual doesn't make it a good song. In fact, I don't have much good to say about it. It's quite literally a one-note song. The chord used in the rhythmic sync arpeggio never changes, not once, in 4 minutes. I mean, even Horse with No Name by the band America had 2 chords. This may be the first one-chord song that I've ever heard. Of course, when the band plays their familiar loud, quiet, loud trick, you might be distracted enough not to notice. Then there's the rhythm, which might as well be a sped-up sample of the drum break from James Brown's Funky Drummer, which we've heard a million times. If you don't know what I'm talking about, search for Funky Drummer. It's the Wilhelm scream of music. Anyway, that's pretty much exactly what we get for a drum track on God Break Down the Door. And coming from a band usually known for being musical innovators, it makes this song sound like a demo on a Casio keyboard. After listening to this song half a dozen times, I went back and listened to the 10 songs from the prior 2 EPs, and I came to the conclusion that this was easily the weakest song of the trilogy so far. I mean, there's still 5 more songs to be heard from Bad Witch, but as lead singles go, this one doesn't get me excited to hear more. And to be honest, I wasn't wild about either of the other 2 EPs. They were okay, I guess, as something to theoretically tide fans over until the next full album, but apparently Bad Witch now is the next full album, with only 6 songs and 30 minutes of music, 4 of which is this monotonous track. I'm preparing to be disappointed in a Nine Inch Nails album for the first time in almost 30 years. God, I hope I'm wrong. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, Plus, check out some more of these other videos down here that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.